welcome back.
Yeah, thank you for having us back.
Welcome
it's
back.
Really a treat. Really.
Yeah,
a treat.
and the last time, as I mentioned, was with Mavis Staples, and we did an awesome finale. I think we did The Wait.
Yeah, which was a surprise to me because at the time I had these managers. They're like, you got to do this eTown thing, and you got to play with their band, and then there's another artist you got to play with. I'm like, who is it? And they're like, I don't know. You'll figure it out. And I was at the airport, and I'm all, oh my God, it's Mavis Staples on the curb. And then the van pulled up and picked us both up, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play with her. And then the whole car ride to eTown, I was just, oh man, I asked her a million questions. She was probably so sick of me by the time she got here, but because I've been such a fan of hers forever, and I was, I heard that like her and Bob Dylan dated, and I'm like, is that true? And she's like, yes, that's true. And
Yeah,
it was really cool. It was fun. And then we got to do the
She
Wait.
turned him down when he asked her to marry him.
Yeah, see, yeah.
And we got to do The Wait, which is, of course, right from The Last Waltz.
Yeah, I watched that a million times, and
Yeah.
it was really an honor to meet her and be here and play.
She was nice to you, as I recall.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart to
She's
everybody,
so
I'm
sweet.
sure.
Yeah. Well, listen, 19 years is a long time.
Yeah.
So a few of the things that have changed since last we saw each other is that people don't pay for music anymore.
Yeah, that's why I tried to do 50 shows in 50 states in 49 days. No, I don't know. It's all good. It's just the new era, You got to be sort of adapt to whatever the situation is. And
the new era is kind of like the old era when there were just like troubadours going from town to town singing songs.
That's what we're doing. Maybe in 50 years from now, it'll just be people and holograms, and it'll just be AIs everywhere. I don't know. Who knows where it's going?
I think. Well, the beauty is, you've created a fan base, and you've been hardworking, and you've traveled a lot, and you've developed connections with different communities and different venues, and you also have created this connection between your two passions, which is surfing and music.
Yeah.
And they fit. They work together.
It's great because you surf during the day, you can play music at night. They've never gotten in the way of it at one another, so it's wonderful. And you can play music anywhere, and sort of sometimes the music's taken me to places I thought I would never go and surf, and then. Surfing my whole life, I've been places playing music where I never thought I'd go. So it's been beautiful. It's been great.
Yeah, they are both tough on your body. Both careers that you've chosen, surfing and playing music, are can be hard on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I love it so much that it's just another sort of extension of just living.
Yeah.
I love it. It's fun.
Yeah,
You just keep
cool.
moving, and you'll be fine. It's I don't tow into the 50-foot waves. I just surf to have fun.
Yeah.
And, playing music, you just got to, get rest on the road and just and hang in there. So it's.
And I think the last time we saw each other, you maybe had one little kid.
Now I got a 21-year-old and a 17-year-old, yeah.
21 and 17.
Yeah.
Are they surfers?
They are, yeah. They're addicted to surfing and free diving and anything outdoors. Yeah.
And you've moved to Hawaii since we
living
saw.
in Hawaii. They grew up in Hawaii, and so living there has been like a dream.
Yeah. Are they into music too?
Yeah, my son Hendrix is actually coming
Hendrix,
out
of
all
course,
July.
is going to be into music. Yeah. I mean, not that there was any
I don't know if I
parental
cursed him or not with that
aspirations
name,
there.
but,
You're Donovan and he's Hendrix. It's like, how is this going to work
And then my
out?
other son's name is Ozzy, so
Okay.
We got a fucking hell of a band. Oh boy.
Wow. And of course, our other guest this week is also named Donovan. And I know for a fact that his parents were like major Donovan Leitch fans, and that's why they named their kid Donovan.
Yeah.
I suspect that's not the case for you.
No, it's not. I don't know where my parents got it. And they actually spelt it the way nobody spells it. And so a lot of times people try to look for me online, and they'll be like, I can't find your shit anywhere. I'm like, dude, you got to put the A, D-O-N, A-V-O-N, and then they end up finding it. But yeah, it was never about Donovan Leitch.
Yeah.
It
Have
was
you ever
just-
met Donovan Leitch?
I never have, but I've had sort of crazy experiences about him. Like, it's been weird. Like 15 years ago when we put out a record, it kind of started to happen. But when you put out a record, you'd go and you'd do these in-stores at record stores when they were still around. And we went out there and played 4 new songs, and then went to a table and started signing autographs. And these couple of women came up and they said, hey, you really saved me in 68 and 69. You got me through it. And I was like, what the fuck? I was born in 1972, and I was like, and then it occurred to me, I'm like, oh shit, they think I'm Donovan Leitch. And then I start thinking like, fuck, these girls think I look like I'm 80. I was like, I don't know what was worse, but and then it's been happening my whole career. Like,
Yeah.
I've done interviews online with people, and they've gone into these long, explicit stories and questions about how I do yoga and breathing techniques, and I'm like, oh, fucking, I don't, you're like, what's going on?
Right.
So it's happened a few times.
So you hate Donovan.
No, no, I love him. He was a legendary guy, and he put out incredible music, and he had incredible studio musicians on his albums, like Jimmy Page, I think, played on Hurdy Gurdy, and yeah, he's just been such an icon in the music industry. But I've never met him.
I never have either. He called me up on the landline one time about 30 years ago, and I was just, Helen and I were home, and the phone rings. Hello? Hello, is this Nick? Yes, it's Donovan. It's like, wow, what can we do? I'd like to be on your radio show. And but he was, of course, passing through town, and he didn't understand that it had to happen on an audience.
He almost played eTown, but
he almost played eTown, but I wouldn't let him.
Good job. No.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
He'll
be here.
Steve Earle told me a funny thing. Like, when he was growing up in Texas and he was learning Townes Van Zandt songs and playing country blues and all that stuff, he said, yeah, but when I went to parties, I just played Donovan songs because girls like the Donovan songs.
Yes.
Anyway, so you've got some new songs.
Yeah.
And a record coming out.
Yeah, I think the record comes out September 20th, and there's 9 songs on the record, and 3 of the singles are out, and there's collaborations on every single song that we're putting out, and really great artists that I collaborated with. So there's like the original version of the record, and then 9 songs, which is going to be the collaborative version, and there's also an acoustic version. And
Nice.
And it was the first time actually playing those 2 songs with a keyboard player and another guitar player. And these guys literally, not that I've just met him, but we've known each other a while, but I just met the keyboard player, and they just learned my songs this afternoon. We went through them once, and so, these guys are amazing. And
well, you brought your killer rhythm section, your bass player and your drummer. So yeah, it sounds good because of that too. Well, listen, we're going to hear more music. I'm glad you're back. Glad you're still doing it. I like your style, Donovan, because you are, as the song suggests, you're a guy who lives in the moment and enjoys the beauty around you and the opportunity to make music and surf and be with friends and family.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of scary stuff in the world. And it's good to have a reminder sometimes to just be present.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's like the best part of our day is being on stage and playing music. You know?
And interviewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
your favorite.
That doesn't happen much.
Listen, I'm glad you're here. Well, let's get back to music. Welcome back, Donavon Frankenreiter.
Okay.